Come see us on tour in Hartford, Connecticut, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Levittown, New York, Co-Host, New York, Providence, Rhode Island, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, San Jose, Toledo, Ohio, and Toronto, Ontario. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Do you know this guy, Harry Sisson?
Yeah, he blew my mind recently because he's not gay.
Hang on. Hold on. Don't step on the punchline.
Bro. I feel like he still is, even if he's not.
So, Sisson, by the way, is it's a French word which means man who has sex by scissoring.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Son of a scissorer?
He's a real Sisson, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah.
So he's a big Democrat, blue no matter who, Joe Biden supporter, and
Since infancy. You ever see a picture of Joe Biden kissing him as a baby?
Yeah. And so here he is on November 5th, after Trump won. He says America failed women tonight. Yeah, Trump bullied, assaulted, and stripped reproductive rights away from women all across the country. And instead of standing against it, many voted for it. We have failed our daughters, our mothers, and our sisters. Well, guess what? Democrat influencer Harry Sisson under attack for manipulating women to share explicit videos. Who is he? What? He was trying to get women to send him sex photos? So I guess the big story here, Harry Sisson, not gay.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I'll tell you what, somebody says to me, now the only reason I don't believe this conspiracy is because they go, well, what they're trying to do, we need a right, left-wing Joe Rogan, all that dumb. So it's like, he didn't commit any crime that he could be in trouble for. And it's like they're Andrew Tating him up that, oh no, this guy likes to go after chicks. Look what he did. And then, what they're accusing him of is not a crime on any level. And it's your fault if you send somebody that. Yeah. So that triggers a knee-jerk reaction. Be like, shut up, lady. So somebody suggesting that's an op to get him now on the other side. But what I'm saying is I don't believe they would ever have an idea that good.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
So you
saw those Tim Waltz commercials with the manly man.
Yeah.
Gay guys. Yeah.
So spoiler alert. I don't think anything he did is makes him
I blame the women that sent those pictures to this guy.
Here's Kurt. This controversy is obviously orchestrated theatrics by the Democrats in a desperate effort to appeal to young men. I thought that's what Destiny was.
Yeah, revenge porn. Destiny at least tells you he's bi.
Yeah,
up front.
He at least shows you videos of sucking. So this guy says, nah, I don't believe it. Don't care what he or anyone says. Want to hear the video?
Look, I don't think it's a conspiracy, but I understand why you would feel like that because there's something feels wrong about this.
Yes. Well, let's listen to this.
I am not gay. I am straight. I'm straight.
That's the story. The story isn't that he was trying to mess around with a bunch of women, because that's all this story is. So it's a non-story. He was trying to mess around with a bunch of women. That's it. He was trying. What?
In fairness, I gotta say I understand how this women feel because they probably thought he was gay too.
Yeah.
It's a real betrayal.
The story to me is,
send me your pussy. I don't care about it. I don't have a roster. Ew.
If there was ever, I thought this guy was Dylan Mulvaney without the makeup. That's what I thought he was. I swear to God, show him. Show this guy. I thought this guy. That's cool. He's got a little makeup on there.
Cheeks.
He's got a little rouge on. Want to watch that again?
I am not gay. I am straight. I'm straight.
To me, that's the story.
Yeah,
that's the story.
To me too. That was my first tweet about it. Was like my genuine shock. That was more of a bombshell than that lame ass JFK drop that didn't tell us anything.
Harry Sisson convinced 11 different women that he had no roster of women.
Yeah, he fooled me too.
And that he respected them for more than their bodies while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one from a domestic abuse survivor.
What does that figure into this at all in any way?
And then the women,
abuse?
and then the women just,
specific, and why would that matter?
I know, it doesn't. So here's one woman talking about it.
So if this was a Republican, they would already be fired, canceled, no platform, reported, taken off of, TikTok, Instagram, and X. There would be an outrage. But because it's Harry Sisson, the left has been really quiet. I mean, even Dean called him out on a live and said that, yeah, he's nuts. Good luck out there, little bro. Verbatim. You want to know why? Because it's been getting leaked that Harry Sisson treats women like garbage. He lies to them, cheats on them, pressures them into sending explicit photos of themselves, and then stops talking to them. And then when they come out about it, he calls them insane and gaslights the fuck out of them. He's not only done this to one woman or two women or three women, there are over 15 women sharing their stories about dating Harry Sisson. And they all have called him anywhere along the lines from predatory to a master manipulator to emotionally abusive. Their words, not mine. So come on, Democrats, I want to see you do your thing. You're, women's rights activists. Come on, let's see it. Let's see you go cancel him and yell at him and curse at him and call him horrible things and unfollow him and block him and, call him out on your big platforms, how horrible he is and how much he, hates women.
Not happening.
They probably don't believe it either. Let's face the facts. Look, if you send him naked pictures of yourself as a woman, aren't you insane? What would be the point of that? What would be the point of sending him a naked picture or talking to him at all? An obvious gay guy.
So just like during #MeToo, when Joe Biden was credibly accused of raping Tara Reid, they dropped #MeToo. And so now this guy, same thing. They're just, we're going to ignore it. I don't think the guy didn't do anything criminal. He just did regular young guy stuff, trying to get as many women as he can. He's trying to play the field. And the dumb thing he does is he calls these women crazy. So that's poor behavior to call the women crazy after. But the women should just take I found out he's playing me. Then you move on with your life.
I bet they are crazy. You know what? I gotta say, look,
maybe they are crazy.
They are. If you looked at that guy and were like, "Oh, I'm really buying this," you learned a valuable lesson that you probably needed to learn.
Yeah,
and you could have learned it in a worse way than sending some gay guy your nudes, your sniz. Hey, you know what? This is how I know it's not a secret plot to turn him into Andrew Tate figure. The Democrats are not jumping on him about Me Too's. If it was a Democrat plot to install this guy as like a new appeal to the right, there would be more blowback, but there isn't any. Yeah,
there's none. And that's
I blame all those women for what they did to themselves. 100%.
Yeah, this is how they figure out that guys play the field and that they'll lie to you to get your news. You didn't know that?
Yeah, there's girls that'll try to get your
guys lie to the women all the time to get laid. All the time.
You don't lie to guys? Is that true? You don't lie to men? I find that hard to believe. Never? I would if I were you. At least men are predatory. They want pictures. Consensual pictures from an adult that you can say no to. And you should, because it's Harry Sisson, an obvious gay man.
So that, to me, the only reason I even brought this up is because the story to me is he's not gay. Apparently, that's this story. I think he's still gay.
Jury's out. You know what? Jury's out. I really can't really. I have nothing on this. I'm like, I have to reconsider every time because it's just so many aspects don't make sense.
I think he was trying to pressure women into giving him nudes so he could give it to his straight friends to get favors.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that wrinkle.
There you go.
How did he pressure him? Did he go, "Hey, send me some nude"?
Yeah.
I'd like to see. You know what I want to hear? I don't want to just hear emotional abuse. I want to hear what actually happened. Because I notice there's a tendency to throw that around, and then you go back and look like, oh, did you just say something stupid and you were called out on it, and that's abuse to you, you narcissist? But I don't like that guy. I mean, maybe he did do that. It's just so strange. Why did you think he was straight? Why did these women think he was straight? Does it make sense?
This is the oldest story in the world. That
the phone part isn't. The sending your nudes.
Right. No, but this is there's a guy. So he would tell women, I don't have a roster, meaning I don't have a bunch of women I'm flirting with or dating. And he was lying. He was leading on a bunch of women. It's a story as old as time.
You know what? It's coming out the same time as the Destiny scandal, and Destiny did an actual crime, which is revenge porn. I mean, there's laws on the books against what he did, where he would, without their knowledge, just share it with people, and it got spread around. So there's a court case about that. That's like a real thing.
Oh, really?
And a thing that's not a crime, who cares? Honestly, if it's not a crime, that's called your business, sweetie.
I know.
It's none of my goddamn business how you conduct your relationships. That's what being an adult is.
I can't believe that you would be dating. You would meet this guy online. You would have some kind of flirty online interaction. You would send him your nudes, and then you found out he's doing this with a bunch of other women, and then you would go tell everybody that you did that. Wouldn't you go?
You know,
I can't believe I fell for that stupid shit from a gay guy.
One of the girls is a Republican influencer, supposedly.
Really?
What? Why is it all the new generation of influencers, they're all fucking each other, dude? It's almost like it's all bullshit, isn't it? It's almost like it's all just a big crock of shit every goddamn day, day in and day out.
It's almost like, Kurt, did you see that woman I had on, that news reporter, Cheryl Atkinson, who wrote that book about how corrupt the medical business is and medical journals and COVID and the CDC? And she said that COVID... She used to be a guest anchor on CBS News, and she said that COVID to her resembled a psyop.
Oh yeah, well they did lay it out that they were going to do this early on, Operation Lockstep. I know when people say the names of the operations of the things that have come to pass.
Yeah.
I used to just glaze over. Like, what do you mean Operation Lockstep? What is this? Some conspiracy? Yes, it is literally a conspiracy that they did. So now it's a crime. But at the time, it was a conspiracy.
Wasn't that something how she called it a psyop? She said, because about how the people who used to consider themselves anti-establishment and question of authority, and I talked about the people who hosted shows called Government Secrets, how their whole show was about revealing, and they went along with it lockstep. And she said, yeah, that's because it was a psyop.
Well, I mean, can you name a thing that's going on that isn't? All the advertising on TV is a psyop. Yep. Everything is. The country's based on that. Social Security's a pyramid scheme. America's a goddamn pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Come see us on tour in Hartford, Connecticut, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Levittown, New York, Co-host, New York, Providence, Rhode Island, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, San Jose, Toledo, Ohio, and Toronto, Ontario. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.